Hey, welcome while you're in there. Work on the rack lights today. Thought I could do a quick video, maybe show you some tips. Hopefully it helps you out. It's not hard to do, but man, is it time consuming. Trying to run the wires and hide them and keep them out of the way of, heat and anything moving parts. First of all, I'll tell you, the kit I got, it's a 10 pod kit. It's the must win RGB LED rock lights from Amazon. I got it for 79 bucks. Here's the box if you want to look it up for yourself. I believe they do show the box on this site. So, but just in case I didn't have enough cable, I bought the extra kit. And it comes with 3 extensions and 2 Y splitters. And with the Jeep TJ, I found that I didn't need this kit at all. Depending on how you run yours wires, you may want to invest in that. I don't know, but I actually have one left over from the whole kit itself. If you're doing a truck or something, you're going to need the extensions for sure with the long bed. But anyway, the way I started was I got the main harness right in the center of the engine bay against the back firewall. You can see it there. It kind of looks like an octopus right now. I'm still working on this. I got 3 of them permanently mounted in. And first thing I would tell you for a tip is get everything laid out to where you want it at. See, I got one up in here above the tire. Here's the tire. And the way I did this is it came with these little double-sided sticky pads, and I just stuck them on the back of those things, the pods, like so. Here's one here, loose one. Peeled it off, stuck it to that, and I, just kind of generalized where I wanted the placement at. So with the 10 pod kit, I knew I wanted one over each tire. And then I wanted 2 of them. I had to grab a light to show you that. And I wanted 2 of them on each side rail. I don't know if you can see that there. Right under the rock rail. And another one there. I got all these loose wires right now because I didn't get anything done in the back yet. I'll show you what I did in the front. And then I did put another one up under the rear wheel well. I got to do all the hide the wires on it still. And then on the back, can you see it? On the bottom of the trailer hitch there. I do got them powered up. I'll show you a little test. They're pretty bright. For as high as this Jeep is, it's a 7.5 inch lift with 37 inch tires. But it lights up the ground pretty good. I think you can even work on this at night with the rock lights on if you put it on a white setting. Oh, I forgot to mention these are the multicolor ones. You can change any color you want. One thing I do want to go over though, with the hardware it came with, these pods. See, it's got the screw holes on each end of it there. This is one of the screws it came with. And what I was looking at is when you put it through there, the head of that screw is only about 10 thousandths bigger than the hole. So what I did was I measured this hole, and the hole is about get a better, about 190 thousandths. And the head of that screw is only see down here, 200 thousandths. So I started to use one, and the screw started pulling through because it's only plastic, and they should have put bigger head screws in there. So I scrounged some stuff I had in a bucket around here. This, I could tell you what size it is real quick, in case anybody has micrometers rather. The size of this one is about 245 on the head of that. And that is a perfect fit. I tighten them up and it doesn't pull through. So that's a better way to go for permanently mounting these things. So my suggestions, I would do what I did in the center of the engine bay there. Get your main wire harness there. And just work with one pod at it. Well, get your layout done. Once you get it laid out where you know where you want it at with your sticky tape and you got them placed kind of where you want them at, I would start with the front. What do I do with my light here? Okay. And I'll show you where I placed my first one. Now this is a TJ. Here's the front license plate. Right up under the bumper here. Right in front of the body mount. It's hidden really well. You cannot see it unless you're bending way down like I am right now. I drilled 2 little tiny holes. They're only 1/8 of an inch. And I came up with my own hardware. See, the first one is behind the winch here. See if I can get a shot at the screws down there. You can see the screws down in there. Let's see if I can point them out to you. Right here, and one directly on the other side. But I came up with my own washers and lock washers too, because this is a off-road vehicle, and I do hit a lot of mud where we live at, so I don't want to be losing the things. So then I ran the wire. I keep forgetting to grab the light. I know you can't see because I barely can. But I ran the wire through here up in front of my condenser for the air conditioner. And then it's kind of, I know this is hard to see, but it's behind here, back behind this steering gearbox. And then I ran it around the corner here. This is the wire here. This is the wire right here. I should have ran it on the other side of this. I'm going to take that back apart and do it. But anyway, I ran it through the hole for the headlight wiring harness. See here? And then I came back up right behind the headlights. Right down in here. Ran it behind my washer fluid tank. And just zip tied it along the washer fluid hose. And come around here. And these are my cables for my lockers and stuff. And I come around here and zip tied it. A couple plates. I only got 2 wires done so far. So that's why all this loose stuff is here. That's what I was saying. Just work with one wire at a time. Because it's kind of a pain in the butt. But anyhow, here's the driver's side here. And I got it centered right over the tire, directly over that shock tower. Not the shock tower, but the spring. And that is centered right over the tire. And it came out really good. Be careful. I drilled upwards like this. And on top, where the bolts came through, you got your hose here and a wire harness. Here's one of the bolts here. And there's one right there if you can see it. So what I did is there was a clip in here. It would just pull straight up. I put like a screwdriver handle on here just to hold it up high enough so I didn't cut into this wire or the washer pump line. So that was the side one. Same thing on the other side. This one was a lot easier because there wasn't a whole lot in the way. Again, centered right over the spring, and that's centered right directly over the tire. It looks really good. I'll show you in a second here. I'll turn them on. But just once you get it laid out, work with one at a time. And just get that wire completely hidden, ran the way you want it. Oh, I will show you something here. For the one that's under the wheel well here, that one there, you can see the wire. I did go up through the access hole for the top of the shock to get that bolt off the shock. And I know someone's going to give me some crap about it, but I did put a socket and an extension on there and made sure I still could get on top of that bolt when I need to. Because I got to change these shocks out like once every 2 or 3 years. And then I just ran this one straight to the washer hose again and just followed that same line along back to the center of my harness in the middle. One thing I will tell you about this kit, it comes with this switch here. It does not disconnect. It's wired straight to this 3-way connector here, and this does not separate. So you got to drill a hole in your firewall. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm going to go back in here somehow, but down lower. Where I got an amp wire down in there. I'm going to go right next to my amp wire. And you got to drill a hole that's large enough to fit this through so you can get it inside the cab. And what I came up with for a measurement was about a 1/2 inch. So you got to drill a 1/2 inch hole in your firewall, slip that through, then feed it through to your cab where you want to mount it at. Like I said, I've been around this for a couple hours off, and I only got 3 of them permanently mounted so far. The 2 wheel wells and the one I showed you underneath the winch here. So I think I'll turn them on for you, and we can get a good look. How do you look? They're pretty bright. So let me turn this light off a second. It's gonna get really dark. Oh, hold on, I forgot the flashlight still under there. And it's still on. Okay, now. Alright, so hit the power button on this. Probably ain't coming out all that great on here. But it's on a fade effect now where it's going through all the different colors. But here I'll show you. That's red, green, blue, white. And the white is pretty bright underneath here. Like, I don't know. You could work on something under here if you needed to in the dark. I can see my control arms and everything pretty darn good. But with this remote, it's got a couple different effects. It's got your smooth, which is kind of like a police car effect, actually. Strobe, it works with music. Flash is like a quick red, blue, green, red, blue, green. Strobe is just obnoxious. And the fade is a slow color changing one each one, but I'll show you what I call the cop car effect. So that's the smooth button. Let's see here. Fade is what we started with. It does a slow fade. You can adjust the speed on it, how fast you want it to go to. Real slow or real fast. That's the fastest I can get it to go. Let's see. Flash. It just flashes through 3 colors. Red, blue, green. Now I can't see nothing. Alright, so I guess that's part 1 of the install video on these rock lights. But I like them. They're pretty nice. They're bright. Like I said, it comes with these small screws, so you might want to plan for that and get some larger ones. I gave you the hole size. Real quick though, just so you don't have to rewind, I'll throw those numbers out there again. Lost my mics. Okay, here. Just so you know for when you're going to do this. All right, the ones that it came with are only 110 thousandths diameter on the threaded part. The head of it is 190 thousandths. Those are small. That's what came with the kit. What I came up with, you can get these at Home Depot or anything. The diameter of the screw part is 133 thousandths. And the head of the screw is 250 thousandths. So a quarter inch. Quarter inch is the head size. And that's really what you want to go with if you want those to stay in there real secure, if it's an off-road vehicle. If it's just for show, go in the show or shines, what have you, I would still screw them in. You could probably use those screws that it came with, but I wouldn't just go with the sticky tape because rain, and if you're in a salt belt like me, it's going to get up in between there, and they're going to start dangling, and you're going to rip them off. Even though they're inexpensive, that would suck because you put all that work into hiding them wires and everything, and that would just suck. So I'm going to end it there with part one. I'll be working on this. I got a lot of time, so I got a lot of projects to do on this thing. And it's January, so there's not a whole lot to do here in the wintertime in Ohio. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. This is why you're in there. Thanks.